In today's world, social media has had a significant impact on the way individuals engage, with some having the goal to publish most stunning images possible and gain the most number of likes. Some people even resort to applying photo filters to achieve flawless skin they've seen on cover of magazines that, of course, have been doctored up. And one question that has come up in discussion about social media is, does social media affect the user's decision on getting plastic surgery? Well, here to help answer that question is plastic surgeon Dr. Michael Newman. Doctor, how are you doing today?
Great, Brad. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing good, and good to see you too. And this is something that I'll be honest, I even have problems with, because I will take a picture, I'll do a little filter, and I think I look amazing, and then I'll go look in the mirror, and it really does affect how people are looking at themselves, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, we all use our phones every day, and it's really changed the way we interact with each other, and it's changed what we expect to look like when we're out in public. So it's made things a lot more challenging in the plastic surgery world.
So let's talk about that, because our phones are pretty much used for communication, not to give us those looks that we're looking for. And so with that said, I think more people are turning to plastic surgery that might not even need to, or are looking for a different result.
Yeah, that's totally true. I mean, the story that really comes to mind is I had a beautiful young patient come in the other day, a beautiful woman. She was a model, and she was very distressed about the way she looked in her photos, because a lot of what she posts is on social media, and it's pictures that she has taken with her phone, either with the selfie camera or the regular camera. And she was so alarmed that she looked funny or asymmetrical in those photos. And she just came to me asking, what can I do to make myself look more even and look better, so that my pictures when I post them will look better and attract more people and followers. This is the game, right? Followers is the name of the game for us all.
Yeah.
And I really had to sit down and talk to her and say, the pictures that you take off of your phone camera are not really the way you look. It really distorts the light as it comes through the lens, because the lens is curved, and it creates an image that isn't really the way you look in normal life.
Yeah.
It exaggerates things in the middle. It makes the sides of your face more narrow, and it makes asymmetries even more noticeable. And so when I told her all that, she actually started crying, because she was so relieved that she actually looks better in person than she does in some of those photos that she was taking with her phone.
Yeah, and I think that's what I like about you, doctor, is that you're there to educate people before you start to even talk to them about surgery. You want them to know what their goal is, what they're looking to do, and also you're trying to help break that myth that you're going to look like your phone's camera all the time. I think that's something that we need to really break the myth of.
Right. So we don't want people, chasing something that isn't really there. If they're trying to correct some asymmetry that is barely noticeable in person, but is more noticeable on a phone photo, then we don't want to put them through a bunch of surgery and a bunch of risk to chase something that isn't really a problem. And then the opposite, like you said, is, I think that there are all these filters and ways to manipulate photos now too. And so people sometimes will toy with their photos and make them look way better than they actually do in person. Cheat, if you say so. And that comes in and makes us as plastic surgeons, puts us in a really difficult spot, because then we're like, well, how are we going to obtain that unrealistic image? People are scrunching in their waist and, changing the color of their face, and, just things that are unrealistic.
Yeah, and you just said right there, is it really affecting you guys as doctors, as plastic surgeons, with trying to reach your goal of having people, of course, look their best, but being themselves?
Absolutely, yeah. So I think people come in all the time, and they will frequently bring up a picture on their phone and say, well, this person looks great, I want to look like that. And it could be a celebrity, it could be one of their friends, or just a social media influencer. And we have to talk them down and say, hey, that is a different person, a different body. We can't necessarily get you there. And that person might not even look like that photo that you're showing me anyway. So, we're chasing something that might not even exist.
Yeah, I'll tell you, doctor, this is such a great thing to have you talking about and educate people, especially young kids, because we're seeing younger and younger wanting to get plastic surgery that can be dangerous for them because they're not fully developed yet, and they're trying to reach that like and that goal of things.
Right, right. I mean, it's especially important for kids, with all the depression out there, and what we're realizing is that we are so judgmental about ourselves. Of course, we all judge ourselves more harshly, especially about appearance, than other people do. And so, and when you're young and developing and growing up and building, that confidence, if you're scrolling through your phone and seeing all these photos of people that look, literally picture perfect, you start to think that that's the way everybody should be, and why aren't you like that? But the reality is, we just really have to be easier on ourselves. Don't judge ourselves based on some picture that's probably fake.
Yeah, I think the biggest part that I've started to learn, especially me being a TV personality, we always have that. We're trying to look our best, whatever. But I've learned that if someone says you look good, you look good. Don't think of your inner yourself going, no, I don't look good. If someone says you look good, which is so important there. So, Doctor, tell people where they can find more information about, of course, you, and about you wanting to educate people on their smartphone cameras and how it's not the best for you to judge yourself that way.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think education is paramount to plastic surgery, and the more information that we can get out there, the better. And so welcome to reach out to me on Instagram at Dr. Newman Plastic Surgery, or jump on our website, drnewmanbeverlyhills.com.
Perfect. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much, Brad.